My baby, she left the room. Any room she came in, she lit it up.
A teenager killed on the job. It's been 4 days since someone shot and killed 16-year-old Naisha Harris Brazel while she worked at the 51st and Capitol Burger King, and her killer hasn't been caught. Police released a surveillance photo of an unidentified masked man in a black Chevy Impala holding a gun, reaching into the drive-thru window during a robbery Sunday night. But with this video, a new twist. A customer in the drive-thru shared this video exclusively with 12 News. Watch it again. In this 4-second clip, you can hear 2 shots fired from what appear to be inside the restaurant. The man in the red jumps back and takes off. Police tell 12 News they're waiting on ballistics reports to figure out where the deadly rounds came from. Thursday, prosecutors issued a search warrant for Derek Ellis and charged him with possessing a firearm as a felon. According to the complaint, video footage showed the shooter was an employee inside the restaurant. The shooter appeared to be firing towards a man at the drive-thru window who was attempting to rob the cashier. It goes on to say Ellis grabbed shell casings off the floor and hid the gun in an office safe, knowing he wasn't supposed to have a gun as a felon.
My baby didn't deserve that. She wasn't out here in these streets. She went to school, she went to work, she came home.
Wednesday, the teen's heartbroken mother pleaded for the gunman to turn himself in.
Hillary, police arrested another employee at the scene. Has she been charged?
Right, officers arrested a 38-year-old woman for obstruction, but no, she has not been charged in connection to the homicide. Now, the criminal complaint does say a Burger King store manager put the gun in a store safe after the shooting. And again, Milwaukee police looking for Derek Ellis and also that other man, that armed man in the red hoodie in the drive-thru. Patrick?
Hillary Mintz reporting live in Milwaukee tonight. And here's another look at the 2 people wanted by police, Derek Ellis.
And in the shooting death of a 16-year-old girl at a Milwaukee Burger King. The criminal charges are being brought against a co-worker at that Burger King.
Yeah, Milwaukee police say Derek Ellis engaged with the unknown robbery suspect with a gun. Police are now looking for both suspects. CBS 58's Frank Healy live in studio with more on this story tonight. Frank.
Natalie and Jessup, police say Ellis, who is wanted in connection with who isn't supposed to have a gun, but did have one at the time, appeared to be firing at the unknown robbery suspect at the window. And when that happened, 16-year-old Naisha Harris Brazel was killed.
Pulling out a gun and just start shooting, that's not even logical.
For one,
why do you have a gun at a Burger King in the inside and you're a worker?
Anger tonight from Naisha's mother and friends over the prospect of a co-worker being the one who potentially shot her. Her mother, LaSalle Brazel, says she's not hearing much about the investigation from police.
It's like, where's my information?
They ain't contacted.
And I'm studying information back to back, and it's really starting to make me feel something way.
Mariah Edwards, Naisha's close friend and co-worker, says it did sound like the shooting came from inside. She says with her and Naisha being younger, they didn't see much of Ellis.
He been working at Burger King for a long time. That's what I know. Like, some shifts we work with him. He may work morning shifts, so we barely see him.
Police say after the shooting, video shows Ellis grabbing casings from the floor and asking to hide the gun in the safe there. LaSalle says she wants to be kept more in the loop and get her daughter's property back from police to give her the send-off she was originally planning for her birthday.
And she said she was going to pay for herself. She wanted it exactly how she wanted it, and she was going to have it. So that's how we're going to send her out. So I need her phone.
And get justice.
My baby going to get justice. The God that I serve going to make sure of that.
And if you have any information about either of these people, Milwaukee police say to call them at 414-935-7360 or to remain anonymous, contact Crime Stoppers at 414-224-TIPS. Live in studio, Frank Healy,
Burger King Sunday night. Aaron Maven joining us live at Milwaukee Police Headquarters. And Aaron, some big donations are pouring in for the family already.
Ted, this is proof that there is power in social media and a strong network of friends. Thousands of dollars have been raised to help the family of Naisha Harris Brazel. A good amount of people have donated. That has brought comfort to her family members as police here in Milwaukee continue to search for a killer. It's a gut-wrenching crime, leaving an impact on so many.
It hit home for me. I have a daughter that's turning 16 next month.
16-year-old Naisha Harris Brazel was shot and killed by a robbery suspect Sunday night. The teen was working as a cashier at the Burger King near Capitol Drive in Fond du Lac Avenue when it happened.
This girl, I'm hearing, is a good student, good person, very disciplined, was working to help herself and her family.
The death captured the attention of Milwaukee restaurant owner and developer Omar Sheikh. Wanting to make a difference, he took to Twitter, selling seats at $1,000 each to an upscale dinner at his restaurant Carnivore, all to help the family.
It started with 5 seats and people kept coming forward, so we made it 10 seats. And then beyond that, there are other people that are just saying, hey, I want to donate $1,000.
So when I saw the tweet, it was instantaneous. And I said to Omar, you know, where can we send our money?
Brewers president of business operations, Rick Schlesinger, and 2 of his colleagues stepped up to help.
It's not going to bring her back. But maybe, again, as I said, it provides a little support for the family at a very difficult time.
As police search for Harris Brazel's killer, a GoFundMe has grown to over $24,000. More acts of kindness from a community touched by the tragedy.
You know, as leaders, we need to step up during these times and help as much as we can.
Maybe she would have found a cure for cancer. Maybe she should have been president of the United States.
A date for that benefit dinner has not been set. Now, Milwaukee police have made an arrest in connection to the case, but they are still looking for the person who pulled the trigger. If you have any information that could help officers in this investigation, please give police a call. We're live outside Milwaukee Police Headquarters tonight. Aaron Maben, Fox 6 News.
And if people need to see that surveillance video, it's on our website, fox6now.com. Aaron,
who
thank
also
you.
works at the Burger King. They both are pointing the finger at Naisha Harris Brazel, the girl who is no longer here to defend herself. Thursday's criminal complaint in the Burger King shooting offers a new theory into what led to the death of 16-year-old Naisha Harris Brazel. But that theory is coming from 2 of the people arrested in the case, Antoine Edwards and his own 16-year-old daughter, who also works at the Burger King. According to the complaint, the father-daughter duo claimed they hatched a plan with Harris Brazel to have Edwards rob the restaurant after it closed, when the register was likely to have lots of money, and because they claim Naisha Harris Brazel was usually assigned to the drive-through window. In the complaint, Edwards admitted to being the person in the red hoodie holding a gun, but recalled Harris Brazel did not hand over the money as planned and was taking too long. Then, gunshots. Exclusive video shows the hooded man retreating into a black Impala, and those shots, according to prosecutors, came from Derek Ellis, another employee who was not in on the robbery plot, but also not legally allowed to have a gun. Prosecutors wrote Harris Brazel was standing between Ellis and the Impala driver in the line of fire. Of the story Edwards and his daughter told police, prosecutors noted Edwards' statement is consistent with his daughter's, except he insulates his daughter from involvement, claiming the plan was made between himself and Harris Brazel, without input or involvement from his daughter. We reached out to Harris Brazel's family to respond to the claims about their late daughter not here to defend herself. Her aunt told us no one was talking at the moment because this is really hard for us. Prosecutors charged Antoine Edwards with felony murder since someone died during the commission of a felony. No word from the DA's office on what, if any, charges his daughter could face. One other note, Joy's Derek Ellis, the man police say fired that fatal shot. He is still on the run tonight, facing a charge of being a felon with a gun.
We know you'll stay on
Life of a 16-year-old girl. New court documents show the crime was staged. It started with an attempted robbery, and prosecutors say the teen who died was in on it. CBS 58's Rose Schmidt is in the newsroom and has new information from a just-released criminal complaint. Rose?
Mike, new documents show this all started after a man tried to rob the Burger King where his daughter and her best friend worked, and that best friend ended up dead. Antoine Edwards faces 3 felony charges for his role in the shooting death of 16-year-old Naisha Harris Brazel. A newly released criminal complaint shows on January 2nd, Edwards drove up to the drive-thru window of the Burger King at 51st and Capitol. He stuck his body through the window holding a semi-automatic pistol. An employee of the fast food restaurant, Derek Ellis, shot in his direction, but instead hit Brazel. Police later learned Edwards' 16-year-old daughter worked at the Burger King, and Brazel was her best friend. Officers say the 3 of them planned for Edwards to drive up to the window at closing time and Brazel to give him money from the cash register. Edwards and his daughter admitted the robbery was staged and were both arrested. Ellis was not in on the plan. Court documents show Edwards and his daughter told police the same story, except that he tried to protect her by saying she wasn't part of the plan and he had planned the robbery with only the victim. Reporting in the newsroom,
21-year-old Antoine Z. Edwards with felony murder, intentionally contributing to the delinquency of a child and death as a consequence, and felony firearm possession. Court filings say Edwards admitted he is the man in the widely seen surveillance photos in the drive-thru at the Burger King at 51st and Capitol late on January 2nd, climbing through the window, holding a gun. Filings now say investigators believe it wasn't Edwards who fired the fatal shots that killed 16-year-old cashier Naisha Harris-Brazel, but this man, 34-year-old Derek Ellis, one of Harris-Brazel's co-workers, who is still on the run. But bombshell allegations now as Edwards says he had staged the robbery of the Burger King with the teen, which the girl's mother now pushing back on. Court documents say Edwards' daughter, who also worked alongside Harris-Brazel, told investigators that the three were in cahoots, but that it appears it went south when Ellis stepped in and fired at Edwards, who took off, and Harris-Brazel was mortally wounded. Her mother refuting the claims by Edwards and his daughter, telling Fox 6 in an interview, "It's really making me mad. It's making me angry. You told so many different lies. Now you're going to tell more lies. That's not going to help you. That's not going to help your father." She adds the truth will come out, saying, "But my God is good, and he will make sure everything comes to light." And I really feel that. Now, Edwards has yet to appear on charges in this case. The Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office telling me it is still making a determination on whether to charge Edwards' daughter, who Fox 6 is not naming, as she is a juvenile. Arrest warrant has been issued for Ellis, who is still on the run. Milwaukee police asking anyone who may know of his whereabouts to give them a call, or Crime Stoppers if you want to remain anonymous. Reporting live outside the Milwaukee County Courthouse tonight, Bill Miston, Fox 6 News.